Tarkov A Halo Story is a non-profit fan-made audio drama by Jumperscape Audio, set in the Halo universe. All rights to Halo are the property of Microsoft, Xbox, and 343 Industries. If you wish to support Tarkov A Halo Story and Jumperscape Audio's future projects, please consider finding us on Patreon or joining our Discord. Thank you for your listenership, and enjoy the episode.
Date is January 16th, 2545, Victoria Station. Investigation of Subject 52 under the care of Lieutenant Daya. Please, state your name and a brief description of your mission for the record.
Sergeant Tarkov of the 105th Shock Troops Division. On January 12th, 2545, we were given orders by the Office of Naval Intelligence to drop an UNSC ship, Aegis Fate, and eliminate a small Covenant threat on the surface of Ember during Operation Double Freedom.
Thank you, Sergeant. Can you tell me what happened on Ember? According to your written report here, there were extreme casualties.
We couldn't stop them. We had no way.
Sergeant?
The lead. He warned us of what would happen.
I'm not following.
It was Oni who said it would be a clean sweep. You said it would be a clean sweep.
Relax. Focus on the events of the mission.
Your orders sent us into the meat grinder. And all your people said was hold position.
Our orders were to keep you and your men alive. We had no way of anticipating the Covenant reinforcements.
Do you even know what they were doing there?
We had hoped you could shed some light on that subject, Sergeant. Start from the beginning of the operation.
0600 hours. Captain Avon was taking final roll call for all ODST teams to prepare for drop. I get that the captain wants to see us discuss the fine details of this mission, but do you remember him ever mentioning what this mission actually was?
Can't say that I do. But based off how many troopers are gathering up in the briefing room, it certainly isn't going to be some pushover scenario.
No kidding. Mike, what do you think?
Honestly, if it's a simple op, I won't care. If it's a short op, I won't care. The only thing I care about is the four of us coming back from the mission alive. And from the sound of Cap's tone, confidence isn't here to comfort us.
Can you state for the record who your squad consisted of at the time of the mission? Sergeant, can you...
I heard you the first time. First you have Jane. She's the sharpshooter. If you give her a sniper without a scope and tell her to hit a target at 500 yards, she'd be able to hit it. Sometimes I question if she's even aware that she's in a war when she smiled so often. Lord knows we needed that. Then you have Mike, our CQC specialist. He's a quiet guy, only talks when he needs or wants to, but he didn't want to be part of the Hell Jumpers. He felt like he had a duty to join after his father was killed by insurrectionists on Draco 3. Same duty I felt when my uncle was killed in the field. Last you have Avon, captain of Delta 4. A seasoned veteran who went through some of the roughest battles of this war. 4 years ago, he made some calls that cost him his squad mates and left him alone. Then, after he returned home without a single man left standing in his team, Mike, Jane, and I were assigned as his new squad mates. He was tough on us sometimes, but it's only because he wanted to keep us alive. It was hard not to respect the guy.
Thank you, Sergeant. Please, continue.
Right. The mission. We walked to our pod bay where Captain Avon was waiting for us.
Do you think this op is just some snatch and grab?
It's not the first time we'd have to extract some HVT from a sticky situation on an outer colony world.
Our deployment was set for drop only a day after we received the orders. I think it's more important than just securing a high-value target.
What do you suppose it is, then?
I'll bet you it's some kind of assassination mission. Your cup of tea, Jane?
You three certainly took your time getting here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Better not, Trooper. Listen up. We're being sent to the planet of Ember as a part of Operation Double Freedom. Our mission will be to shut down a small Covenant force that's been attacking the nearby locals, presumably to set up a station on the planet to recon on naval craft's flight patterns from the surface. Luckily for us, it's just a clean sweep. They won't see us coming. Drop, clear, secure.
Clean sweep. I can't believe we actually trusted that.
Back on topic, Sergeant. What happened after Avon finished the briefing?
After he finished the general briefing, he asked if we had any questions. Since I wanted both myself and the others to know what the strategy was, I spoke up.
So, does anyone have any questions? Yes, Tarkov.
What's the plan for the operation once we're boots on the ground?
Good question, Trooper. Omega and Beta Squad will drop into the Covey's vehicle warehouse and destroy their vehicles. Last thing we need are those bastards coming at us with a Wraith. If they don't succeed in destroying the warehouse, they're to pull back and retreat into the forest to await further orders. It's up to us and Zeta to take out 2 outposts filled with mostly infantry. We'll be dropping down to a hillside about 50 clicks away from one of the bases so we don't get mowed down the second we get out the pods.
What are we looking at in terms of Covey defenses?
For the warehouse, Omega and Beta will be dealing with some shade turrets, plus Jackals, Grunts, and Elites. As for the 2 outposts, they only have plasma turrets, though it seems the second outpost is commanded by Brutes. Since Zeta is better suited to combating Brutes, they'll be dealing with that outpost, while we take out the one commanded by the Elites.
You want me to provide covering fire when we start the assault, sir?
That would be ideal, Jane. Mike, when we get inside the outpost, you put that shotgun of yours to good use. Tarkov, I'm counting on you to watch my back as we make our way through the base.
Understood, sir.
Does anyone else have any questions about the strategy?
How did our drones alone manage to get so much information on the Covey bases?
It wasn't only drones. Command deployed an asset on the ground to assess the Covenant threat.
What kind of asset, sir?
The kind Command doesn't tell me about.
You Oni spooks just love keeping the people you send on dangerous missions in the dark.
Please, continue.
After the briefing, Jane, Mike, and I had decided that since we had about a half hour before we got to Ember, we wanted to do some walking around the ship to discuss the operation. I'm almost disappointed. If the mission's described as being a clean sweep, then it's gonna be too easy.
Are you kidding me? Just because it's a clean sweep won't make this mission any easier. Is it easier than a straight-up offensive against the Coveys? Yeah. But we're still talking about Coveys. They're not going to just let themselves get killed without a fight.
Oh, come on. You really think we can't take on a few outposts and some stragglers? They came unprepared. They got sloppy this time.
They don't get sloppy, Tarkov. You know that as much as we do. How many worlds have been lost because of their strategic advantages?
They have to slip up sometime.
And today is not that time. Something doesn't feel right about this op. I just can't figure out why.
You're just getting the pre-drop jitters, Mike. You'll be fine. We'll be fine. Keep your head on your shoulders and we'll get out of this just fine.
We should go get geared up. We'll need our gear spotless for this drop. It's gonna get messy if we're gonna get this close to Covenant forces.
You got it, boss.
Hey, you should try and see if you can get Avon to let loose extra information on this op. Maybe one-on-one time will get him to spill more than his leadership allows.
I'll see what I can do. Have fun.
Ain't fun till the party starts.
Get out of here, hothead.
Yeah, whatever, Scarface.
So, when you went back to the pod bay to talk to Captain Avon, what did you two discuss?
I wanted to get some more details about the mission from him, but also his own personal thoughts on the mission itself. Sir?
Tarkov, what are you doing here? I thought you would have been with Mike and Jane.
Sir, if you don't mind me asking, what are your thoughts on this mission?
In terms of what?
Just in general, I guess. I mean, I can't help but wonder why they would send in nothing but troopers to deal with so many Coveys.
What's so odd about it? We're ODST. We're dropping in small numbers, thus making our presence when we get planetside low profile, where if we had marine support, we'd be arriving via Pelicans, which makes much more noise than a few drop pods.
Right. Sir, you mentioned that our objectives were drop, clear, and secure. What part of the mission could possibly require us to secure something?
It means secure the area. Not sure what else could be interpreted from that.
But where's the need to secure a destroyed outpost? Sir, if we're going to be sent to secure something, don't you think we should know what it is? Shouldn't you at least know what it is? Couldn't there be lives at stake here because Command won't give you those details?
Tarkov,
Yes, sir?
I know how worrying it is to have so little info on what could very well be a life or death mission. I have fought to try and get as much info on our mission as possible, believe me. And I'll share this one detail with you that I managed to get from the higher-ups. They said whatever brought the Covenant to Ember, it wasn't just another attempted assault of planet and glassed scenario. Rather, they're looking for something.
And that something is?
They wouldn't say, but whatever it is, those coveys must find it pretty damn important. Though it seems like the majority of their forces were wiped out, most of what remains are at the target locations. Whether or not they're getting reinforcements is unknown at this moment. But the secure part of the mission might be for whatever the Covenant is looking for. Though, it's just a theory at the moment.
A pretty well thought out one at that. And you're certain you know nothing else about the operation details?
Sorry, I wish I knew more. I really do. But it seems like I'm on a need-to-know basis, aside from what I shared with you.
I understand.
Alright, we've wasted enough time. Go get geared up, Trooper.
Yes, sir.
They're hoping they can make the impact feel less like a brick wall and more like a softer brick wall. Huge improvement, I know. Oh, hey, Tarkov.
Hey.
So yeah, honestly, it's nothing that I would get my hopes up for.
You didn't take as long as I thought. You being he who seeks all knowledge and all.
It's good to get as much information on an operation as obscure as this as possible, but there's not much to gather when the higher-ups are determined to keep even Avon in the dark. Plus, we're close to the drop, so I gotta get geared up as well.
So, what did you manage to find out from the captain?
Well, it seems the secure part of the mission might have more to it than originally thought.
How so?
I'll explain once we reach the surface. Right now, let's just focus on getting prepped for the drop.
Copy that.
You two have all the gear you need?
Affirmative.
How about you, Jane?
Of course. I'd never leave home without Old Reliable.
Alright, load into your coffins. We're almost ready to drop.
Did you have any concerns about the mission as you entered your pod to drop?
We all did. Even the captain was concerned as much as he tried to hide it.
Troopers, when we drop in a hell, which way do we go?
We go feet first, sir.